The Nintendo Switch has been out for about 4 years now and has a plethora of exciting games created for it. But I thought it would be a good idea to commit one of the 7 deadly sins and talk about the games I want for the Nintendo Switch. And that deadly sin I'm talking about is greed. Because you know us Nintendo fans, we just cannot get enough of some of them good games. Starting off in this list is Metopia numero dos. Alright, listen, I know they're making a port remaster remake. I don't really know what it is, but I would still be glad if they made a full-blown sequel. I think they should add more things to do outside of the battles, because toward the end of the first game, it can get a bit repetitive. I think they could add more side quests to complete and more mini-games. Anyways, on to the next game. Now, as one of the many people who don't own a Wii U, I've always looked with envy at those who got to play Nintendo Land. Wait a second. It's the second deadly sin I've committed. Let's go. Anyways, for my next game, I want a port of Nintendo Land. Now, I wasn't able to play Nintendo Land because I didn't have a Wii U. Surprise, surprise. And so didn't a lot of other people, because of just how badly the Wii U did. So I think a port could give this game another chance to shine. I think the best way to make a port of it would be to add more game modes to make it the definitive way to play it. Alright, for the next 2 games, I'll be grouping them together because they're pretty similar. And those 2 games are Pokemon and Zelda Maker. Now, I have played quite a bit with Pokemon Essentials, but I think it would be better to have an official Pokemon Maker. 2D, of course, because it would be too complex if it was the 3D Pokemon games. For Pokemon Maker, the styles will be Generation 1/2, Generation 3, Gen 4, and finally Gen 5. While technically Generation 4 and Generation 5 are 3D games, they can just be tile-based with 3D objects to keep it simple. For Zelda Maker, the styles will be Zelda 1, A Link to the Past, The Minish Cap, and A Link Between Worlds. For A Link Between Worlds, it will be tile-based, so it isn't too hard to make. Also, they could probably make it so you can create your own sprites and plop them into the game. This obviously wouldn't work for A Link Between Worlds, though, because it's full 3D, but the other games, they would work because all the characters and enemies are sprite-based. But speaking of Pokemon, my next game is an actually good Pokemon game. Now, I don't really want to get too in-depth because I could easily make this into its own video, but basically I want it to be harder, look better, bring back secret bases, have a decent story, and a lot of other things. But if you want me to make it into a full video, then leave a comment and I'll do it, yeah. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, for my very last game, it might be a bit weird, but my last game is Street Pass. Yes, I'm talking about Street Pass from the Nintendo 3DS. My reason is, well, I just remember it being so fun to go on like a road trip, leave my 3DS on sleep mode, come back, and just check to see how many more people I've met. On top of that, the minigames were actually pretty fun to play. They could also add a bunch more minigames, because if they're bringing it back for the Switch, I would, you'd expect that. Anyways, those are just my opinions, so I hope you enjoyed. And if you think there's something that I missed, please tell me in the comment section below, and I might make a part 2 about it. Anyways, for the time being, I'm gonna be busy breaking other deadly sins, so my next video might be a while. Gluttony and sloth. I've been doing those my whole life. This should be easy!